it's Asia Dang. Thanks for joining me on my channel. The real title of this video should be how to balance the food budget without destroying the environment and also not getting E. coli or diabetes. But obviously that didn't fit in the title section, so we had to shrink it a little bit. I feel like we're all on this channel because we want to make a difference. Whether that difference is like financially or feeling more confident in your body or just overall trying to be a better person. However, while you're trying to be budget friendly, eco-friendly, conscious about what's going on in your body, sometimes those values don't really align or line up with each other. Something that's budget friendly isn't necessarily the best for your body, or something that's eco-friendly isn't necessarily the best for your budget. And honestly, that's something I'm juggling with myself, but I wanted to put this video together kind of just as inspiration to let you know that you can have it all. Sometimes you need to make some sacrifices, but you can do it all if you really wanted to. And of course, the comment section is always open if you have something to add or a trick that you use to stay within budget, but also adhere to certain values. Please let us know in the comment section. So let's begin. Here are some of the tips and tricks I use to balance my budget while also living healthily. Tip number one is probably the easiest thing you can do, and it's to have a plan. I posted a video, I think maybe last week, about how to meal prep, and having a plan will save you time, it'll save you a ton of money, and it'll make your life easier. I'm gonna go ahead and link that up in the cards for you to check out, but basically plan out what you're gonna eat for the week and write out a list of things that you need to get, okay? Walking around the grocery store, dilly-dallying in between the aisles is a surefire way to blow your budget. It's like kind of the Target thing. You go to Target for one thing, but then you find yourself walking up and down the aisles and you end up $300 in the hole. I have to tell you, planning out my meals, even if it's just a simple like Pinterest list of meals that I want to cook, like I have that right here, it makes such a difference. It makes life so much easier, and it helps me stick to my budget. The next thing you need to do is know where the deals are. Food, especially healthy food, is pretty expensive. So if you know where and when to shop, it'll help tremendously stick to your budget while also adhering to your values. A couple of places I like to shop at. One, Asian markets. If you have not been to an Asian market, you are so missing out. Not only is it a great place to buy Asian ingredients, but a lot of the produce and a lot of the proteins are so much more affordable. Frankly, I don't really know why Asian markets are so much more affordable than like traditional other marketplaces that you might go to, because they're all under the same regulatory umbrella. So if you can enlighten us in the comment section, please let us know. But chances are the produce and the protein are not only more affordable, but also fresher. So head out to the Asian market. It'll be totally worth it. The next place I like to shop at to get good deals, and I talked about this in my last grocery video, is Thrive Market. If you head over to thrivemarket.com, it's an online marketplace where its mission is to make living healthy easy and affordable. I've been shopping at Thrive Market since last year, and the prices are anywhere between 25 to 50% off other retailers, and it's all the same things. My favorite part about shopping at Thrive Market is that you can actually search for ingredients and food and items through values that you believe in. I actually just came from the doctor's 2 days ago, and he kind of did an entire breakdown of my blood and told me things that I needed to avoid in my diet in order to get this working more. And basically what it comes down to is now I have to avoid eating yeast. And I had a hunch once I got home that I could find a yeast-free value in Thrive Market on their website. And guess what? I did. I knew that they would have it. So now I can just go to the yeast-free button online and find things that I am able to eat without making my body feel junk. And you can get everything there, like vitamins, supplements, snacks. They have wine now, which hello, and then, you know, frozen meals and stuff like that. So it's really nice for me to just go to one place to get all of my pantry and healthy pantry staples. Thrive Market is actually 100% 100% carbon neutral. So if that's something that you are concerned about with ordering from companies that deliver things to you, Thrive Market is good. Everything is recyclable. So if you do want to test out Thrive Market, I do have a discount code for you to use to get an extra 25% off your very first order. And that's on top of like the possibly 50% off you already get on Thrive Market. So you're welcome. Head over to thrivemarket.com/Asia and get your 25% off, as well as a free trial for 30 days. I think you'll be totally surprised by just how easy they make shopping for certain values to be. So I hope you really take me up on that offer. And the last place I recommend you look for a good deal while you're shopping for groceries is actually the last hour of the farmer's market. You guys know that I love shopping at the farmer's market. It's probably like the happiest things for me to do. It makes me feel really good. However, it is actually pretty pricey, and sometimes I can't go to the farmer's market because it's not in the budget. However, the trick is, people, going during the last hour of the farmer's market, because a lot of the vendors just want to sell things. They don't want to pack them up in the trunk and drive back to the farm. Obviously, there will probably be a lot of items sold out or not available. However, I promise you'll get a lot of really good kitchen staples during the last hour of the farmer's market and still within your budget. All right, the next tip I have is to shop seasonally. Guys, it's basic econ 101, and even though I didn't really do good in econ, this makes sense to me. Food at its peak of production will cost way less than those fruits and veggies that aren't in season. And not only will they be more affordable, but they'll just taste better. If you don't know what's in season in your area, I've linked in the description box a link for you to check out what fruits and vegetables are in season according to your location, so that'll really help you out. But also, you don't need a link. Next time you go to the grocery store, simply check out the prices. In my last meal prep video, I actually wanted to make guacamole in December, and it didn't even occur to me that it wasn't avocado season, and I went to the grocery store, and not only were the avocados really hard and not ripe, they were also really expensive. So that immediately tipped me off, like, oh yeah, avocados aren't in season in December. So just check out the prices at the grocery store. If you noticed that you've paid less for an apple before, then that apple isn't in season. The fourth tip I have for you to save time, money, your health, and the environment is to not buy pre-chopped fruits and veggies. You're paying someone to do the extra work for you. That's what it is. Honestly, all you need to do is buy whole fruits and chop it on your meal prep day and just put them in an airtight container, and then just throw it in the fridge, and it'll last you for the entire week. So you don't need to pay someone to do that. Plus, we don't know what kind of chemicals they actually put on those pre-chopped fruits and vegetables in order to make them look fresh in the bag. Because we all know that when you chop an apple, that air like oxidizes it and it turns brown immediately, even if it is the freshest apple in the world. But you check out a bag of pre-cut apples, there's no brown on them. So there's only one way that a company can do that, and it's with chemicals. So it's just better to stay away from pre-chopped produce. Okay, the next tip is to buy generic. A lot of these brands just package in the same facility but put different brand names on the bottles. So chances are you're getting the exact same thing at a more affordable price. We know this when it comes to like medications, and the same applies for food. So I know you may like Prego pasta sauce, but if you buy the generic version of that, chances are it will be exactly the same, and you'll be saving yourself some money. Okay, the next thing is to pay attention to the dirty dozen. So we all know that organic produce is something that we should all strive to purchase. Organic produce is produce that is grown without the use of synthetic chemicals or petrochemicals, which are things we obviously don't want in our body. Unfortunately, eating organic is more expensive than traditionally farmed produce. However, There is a way that you can save money and make sure that those items, those chemicals stay out of your system. And it's to adhere to the Dirty Dozen. The Environmental Working Group put together two different groups, the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. And those lists basically help consumers decide when it's necessary to buy organic and when it's not that necessary. So the Clean 15 list is a list of 15 different types of produce that have had little to no trace of pesticides and is safe to consume in non-organic form. On the other hand, the Dirty Dozen is a list of produce that, when farmed conventionally, have at least 47 different chemicals on them and that you should definitely purchase organically. Screenshot that little graphic that I had and just remember to stay away from the Dirty Dozen. Your body will thank you and so will your budget. All right, the next tip is to figure out what you can make on your own. It's really easy. We are a society of easy consumers who love to have things done for them. But sometimes the most affordable and healthiest option is for you to just do it yourself. So something like smoothies. Why would you buy a $15 smoothie at the smoothie place down the street when you can just make it yourself from frozen berries and milk? And trust me, I know no one wants to wash a blender. For some reason, it's like the easiest thing to do, but no one wants to wash it. I hate washing blenders. But I would also rather save my $9 that I would probably spend at Juice Crafters and put it, I don't know, to a sinking fund or whatever, just not touch it. So what can you make on your own? Smoothies is something you can make. Stock is something that you can make. I actually posted an Instagram video of all the veggies that I was about to compost, and a lot of you messaged me to say that I could use a lot of those scraps towards veggie stock. And the same if you eat meat. You can use those extra bones, chicken bones, meat bones for beef or chicken stock. And plus, it's just easier. It's really nice to know what is actually going into your food, and stock is something that you can use to flavor anything. We have 2 more tips to go. The next tip is to use the freezer. I mentioned this in my last grocery budget video as well. Obviously, I love the freezer. It's perfect. Freezer is basically the go-to place where you want to put your food that you don't want to waste. I just recently freezed soup. Something else I like to do is freeze berries from the farmer's market. So if you wanted to save some of your fruits that you got from the farmer's market in the summer and freeze them to use in smoothies or desserts in December in the winter time when fruits aren't necessarily in season, I think that's a really great idea and something I do all the time. All right, people, now the last tip, we have made it. The last tip to balancing your food budget while also eating healthily is to store your healthy foods, your fresh foods, in the front of the refrigerator. Let's face it, the back of the refrigerator is a death sentence to fresh food. RIP. If it's anywhere past your initial eye line, you're gonna forget it's there, and I have been guilty of this, and I know we all have. So keep those fresh produce, fresh proteins in the front of the refrigerator as a reminder that it's there. So that way you're not wasting food, you're not wasting money, and you're not wasting time going back and forth to the grocery store because you have accidentally forgot that you purchased what you needed to purchase 2 days ago. It's just stuck in the back of your refrigerator. Okay? All right, everyone. So those are my tips as to how to balance your budget while also living a clean, healthy, environmentally friendly lifestyle. If you have some tips as well, please let us know in the comments. Again, this is something I struggle with to do, balancing all these values, but let's share any tips we have so we can all help each other out. Yeah, that's it. I'm Asia Dang. I'll see you guys next time.